In this video, we're breaking down the behaviors of truly classy women, and no, classy isn't just about wearing beige and crossing your legs properly. Stay till the end because I'm giving you the real checklist, the kind no one teaches you but everyone silently judges you on. Let's start with this. Being classy means not reacting when it's not necessary. You don't need to scream, curse people out, throw hands, or post petty comments on social media to prove a point. A classy woman knows how to withhold energy. She doesn't waste it on low-vibe drama. She's in control. Next, intentional choices. That means being aware of what you're absorbing, what you're wearing, who you're giving your attention to, even your perfume, even your playlist. It's like personal branding, but for your own soul. People build brands for their businesses. You are the brand. Your image, your vibe, your home, your presence, it all speaks before you open your mouth. So stop playing it small and act like you know your value. Let's get into the real life everyday things that scream class. First, say thank you properly. If someone invites you somewhere, don't show up empty-handed. A bottle of wine, a handwritten note, even a tiny gift box with chocolates or a cute little candle. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just needs to say, I appreciate this. Even if you're broke, girl, you can still be thoughtful. It's not about the price, it's about the character. In your relationships, stop playing the who gave the better gift game. Instead, give something with meaning, something with your essence on it. When you're connecting with people, use their name. Even if it feels a little personal, that's the point. It builds warmth. But don't confuse this with manipulative love bombing, okay? We're classy, not fake. One time, I messaged this influencer with a totally normal. Use this genuinely. Names are powerful. It's human nature. Here's another thing. Stop obsessing over other people's lives online. Like seriously. When you're with your friends, don't gossip. Don't dissect someone else's vacation or outfit. Talk about your dreams, your future trips, your next glow-up plan. Progress doesn't mean you have to be productive 24/7. Even your fun can be classy. But gossip? That's not fun. That's regression. And when drama comes up, stay out of it. Don't pick sides. Don't argue to win. If emotions are high, exit the chat. You can't win a fight when both people are triggered. Conversation, yes. Conflict, only if it's worth it. Now here's where it gets real. Some people will try to provoke you. Why? They can use your emotional reaction against you. Maybe they want to make you look unstable, or maybe they just want to manipulate you into doing what they want. Your job? Don't take the bait. Imagine you're on a date with a high-caliber man. He's disciplined, powerful, emotionally intelligent. You're at dinner with him and his elite friends. Now imagine you're the girl who's loudly trash-talking some acquaintance, gossiping, complaining. That's the moment he decides you're not it. Not because of what you said, but because of how you said it. Even if you think no one notices, trust me, your tone, your energy, your words, they get noticed. And nothing screams low class louder than being loud, judgmental, and messy in public. It's not even about money. The old money women weren't classy because they had money. They became refined because they had time to focus on how to live. You don't need a trust fund to act like you belong in the room. You can't fake elegance. It's either woven into the way you live or it's not. You might impress someone on a few phone calls, maybe even on a date or two, but what happens when they step into your world? When they walk into your home and see chaos instead of calm? When they realize your life is impulsive, messy, directionless, that all the talk was just smoke and mirrors? You can't sustain a lie, and real class, it reveals itself in your choices, your habits, the rhythm of your everyday life. Because yes, someone might be attracted to your looks, but if the reality doesn't match the fantasy, they'll leave. Beauty might lure them in, but only substance keeps them. It's like a mirage. Looks real from far away, but when they get close, there is nothing there, and they walk away. Now let's talk about one of the classiest moves a woman can make. If you're going to leave someone, do it with grace. You don't need to explode. You don't need the drama. Just a simple clean break. You know what it reminds me of? That scene in Friends where Ross breaks up with a college girl. She acts super mature, accepts it calmly, and walks away. Russ is walking home like, wow, maybe I made a mistake, and then she throws something at his head out the window. Yep, decision confirmed. Don't be her. Don't ruin the memory someone has of you just because your ego got bruised. You don't know if paths will cross again, but even if they don't, your dignity isn't for sale, and a classy woman never burns a bridge she built. Here's another rule. Don't rush intimacy. I always say 6 months minimum. Some neurologists say 1 to 2 years before you even think you're in love. Because hormones lie, your brain literally works against you when you're infatuated. So no, you're not in love. You're chemically confused. Women, listen. Emotional closeness creates energetic bonds. You get entangled, and even if you walk away physically, he can still feed off your energy. I've seen girls cry months after a breakup because the link wasn't cut. He was still draining her, dumping his chaos into her aura like a parasite. Which brings me to this. Stop entertaining men who play games. If someone cancels 3 times and wants to finally show up on the 4th, you don't say sure. You say, I'll let you know the time and place, because now you set the terms. Don't be that girl who's like, it's okay, he promised last time. No, this isn't about promises. You're not in a relationship yet. This is a test. You're observing, you're not investing. And when he finally shows up, act like you didn't expect him to. Say, oh, I thought you were joking again, so I didn't get ready. Flip the dynamic. Don't let inconsistency train you to chase. Next tip, keep your voice soft. Don't shout in public, ever. People around you feel secondhand embarrassment, especially men. No guy wants to be with a woman everyone's staring at because she's too loud. The emotionally messy man. Every time you meet them, he's venting. His life is so hard. And after dumping all his pain on you, he says, wow, I feel so much better. Yeah, of course he does. He just used you like a spiritual trash can. Start ignoring those messages. Reply hours later like, oops, sorry, crazy day. By the 3rd time, he'll get the message. You're not his dumping ground. And if it doesn't lift you, expand you, or feed you, it doesn't belong in your life. Another trait of class, trusting your intuition. If you feel like someone's being too charming, too perfect in the early days, trust that. Real intuition isn't loud. It doesn't overthink. It just lands in you, like a flash, like your crown chakra flicks on for a second and says, not this one. One more thing. You don't need to block people the second you feel annoyed. Blocking out of anger just shows they still have power over you. Take your time. Be unbothered. Silence can be louder than anything. Now, this one's critical. Never invest in someone before they've invested in you. If they're not all in, you're not even dipping a toe. Don't give just because you want to be chosen. That comes from insecurity, from the belief that they're doing you a favor by being in your life. A classy woman never begs to be seen. She knows her worth in solitude. She doesn't chase. She doesn't compare. She simply is. And lastly, that nurturing instinct you have, don't waste it on men. Mother your inner child, your pet, your home, your plant. Let your feminine energy bloom for yourself, so you never have to beg someone else to water you. Now go watch the video on this screen. I'm not done with you yet.